All right, hey, how's it, everybody? It is 5 p.m. West Coast time. I'm gonna go and say it is 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on that there East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter, and it looks like we've got a couple people already in the chat room chatting it up. We've got Ellie in the house. That's not true. Well, she's sort of in the house. Ellie, she's asleep from what it sounds like, snoozing with her little paws twitching. But it was Shock who told us about that, which means Shock is in the house along with Rick, and it looks like Gina is too. Let's see here. Uh-oh. I took a drink of some seltzer right before I started the stream, and now I feel like I need to burp. So, hopefully that won't happen on the mic. But if it does, we can blame the pamplemousse. That's right. All right, so good to see you guys here today. Michael Anthony Smith sliding on in on the Twitch side. Now, as usual, we are streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Puzzycat here on Twitch. Good to see you, Puzzy. We are on YouTube and Twitch. I'm fairly certain we're going to still have the same problem that we've always had with the YouTube side, which is the Twitch folks are not going to be able to see what YouTube is talking about. However, I will hopefully be able to at least acknowledge folks because I can see what's happening. And what's happening right now is Darlene is coming in the house as well. Good to see you, Darlene. I'm not sure what your day had for you in store, but it is the season when you get to baking up some really delicious treats. Last stream we got to hear about the ginger cookies and the world famous Darlene's granola recipe is up on my Discord in case you guys need some tasty granola. We definitely have a good recipe thanks to Darlene. All right, so why don't we, since we've got everybody gathered around, get the party started? All right, it looks like Shock's Mr. Me made the ice cream for Saturday already, and it may have to be made again because it was so good. Hey there, Cindy Krause, listening in, staying K. Good to see you. Now, Shock, I have to ask, A, what's going on Saturday, unless you just are having the ice cream for your snacky poos for StatterBox at the cinema, and B, what kind of ice cream? Or actually, I suppose the most important question is, what kind of ice cream? What kind of ice cream? Oh, okay, Dojo Christmas Party. Gotcha. Okay. All right, but still, what kind of ice cream? What kind of ice cream? What kind of ice cream? Because, you know, ice cream's good. It's yummy. And, well, sometimes it's yummy. Vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream with a raspberry preserve swirl. That is quite possibly on the verge of being my dream ice cream. My dream ice cream is the blackberry swirl. And I really, really wish that there was actually a mainstream vanilla ice cream with like a blackberry ripple. Remember how Fudge Ripple used to be Fudge Ripple? Good luck finding Fudge Ripple. I can't find it anywhere. Well, I want Fudge Ripple, only without Fudge Ripple, I want it with the blackberries. I mean, actually, I would like the Fudge Ripple too. But I would be satisfied with, the raspberry preserve. If I cannot have the blackberry, raspberry will be fine in a pinch. And hey, Deb Case coming in on the YouTube side. Deb saying, hey everyone, sorry I missed your videos, but I've been busy and I might stay for a little bit from Kentucky. No problem, Deb Case, because you haven't, let's see here. Because you haven't been here in the last couple days, I want you to know that not everybody can wait. Not everybody in theory can come. Oh my God, Deb. Oh my God, Deb. I know that this means nothing to you because you haven't been here, but you see, Deb. For the last several streams, we have not been able to see anybody on the YouTube side on the Twitch side. If you type something on Twitch, It shows up on the YouTube chat, but typey on YouTube would not show up on the Twitch side. And Shock was convinced that there was some tech thing reason, but then she went like super deep hole and went to the terms of service and found out that it's actually against the terms of service for Twitch to share chats, cross-platform chats on their service. And so we had pretty much given up on the idea that YouTube commenters would ever show up on Twitch again. But here you are, ignorance is bliss, and I'm just gonna show up, and I am going to show up, and everything is gonna be fine. Deb, you made it all better. I know you didn't mean to, and I'm sure you did nothing, but I'm gonna blame it on you. I'm gonna blame you for the success. Except for, wait, that's not blame. That's credit. I'm gonna credit you. That's right. Yay, yay, yay. Now, I don't know if everybody can see it, but it is coming over on my Twitch feed as well. And so this makes me very, very happy because you see, you guys, as a chat show, I kind of like it when everybody can see what everybody's chatting about. For instance, Michael Anthony Smith has an early day tomorrow and he has got to go good night. And so, nighty night, Michael Anthony Smith, ahui ho, slumber well. Thank you for stopping by, even if just for the quick minute. It's always good to see you. And then, absolutely, you guys, we can see everybody. And so, Michael Anthony Smith, you're going to have to log out of both Twitch and YouTube. Otherwise, we're just going to keep bugging you because you can see the chats everywhere. All right, there we go. Now, here's something that has nothing to do with anything, but I thought I'd share it with you. One of all y'all sent me a great little shirt today. Actually, you sent it a while ago, but I'm wearing it today. It's called Aloha Aina. It's a little long sleeve shirt. It's long sleeve, it's super cozy. It's even got a hood. It's even got a hood for when it gets cold and wet. So, super stoked about that. And so I want to thank the person who got that for me. And yeah, obviously you guys don't have to get me any kind of gifts or anything like that. But I have to say, today was a little bit chilly. And so when I went to open the thing, I was like, what are these things? And then I was like, oh my God, they're long sleeved. And so basically, that's right. I didn't wash it. I didn't do nothing. I just put it on straight out of the bag. And it is black. And who did the shirt? I would tell you. A company called Hey Hawaii. I get Hi Hawaii. I don't actually know. Let's see here. That company. HAE Hawaii. Is the company that creates them, and oh no, my background just fell down. See, you guys, we're doing this live. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. Okay. And Gina, hi is the word for flag. Okay, cool. And yes, Shock, the world moved. And if not the world, just the United States. There's a big old earthquake there. And let's see here. First off, though, before I show you the other shirt, I want to say, what the heck is going on, Deb? Let me rewind here. You've got something with a water heater going on? Excuse me. Okay, so, So let's see here. Okay, so Deb, they're fixing the water heater here. What a mess. The apartment got flooded. Oh no. That's okay. No. That sounds awful. I'm very glad that somebody else has to deal with that hassle, i.e. fixing it and paying for the dried carpets, etc., etc. I really hope that your stuff didn't get damaged. Because yeah, flooding of any sort is awful. I mean, I guess best case scenario, hot water heaters, the clean water, so okay. But still, yeah, flooding of any sort, not what you want to have happen. Not even close. So, I'm glad you could be here. Hopefully we'll be like 1 iota less stressed when you leave here than when you showed up. Gosh darn it. Oh, that makes me stressed just thinking about it. All right. So, and then the other shirt that I got sent to me, same company, is hold on. I don't know how to make things right. A Malka to Makai shirt. And then on the sleeves, it's got little birdies of some sort. Birdies. I'm not going to show you the birdies, apparently. Birdies. God dang it. There's birds, trust me. There's birds. There's the birds. And then also has a hood. And then on the other side, and then on the side, it's got a bunch of different symbols. Hold on. Gosh darn it. There's this thing. It's called reverse. And so it's got a bunch of different other symbols. So, oh, you're asking me who sent it? Indeed. Of course it was Andre. Andre is the one who sends a lot of the t-shirts that you see me wearing. Some of the t-shirts that you see me wearing, I actually ordered, but chances are, if it's a printed t-shirt of some sort, Andre was the one behind it. The only exception is my Aloha in Hawaii shirt. I actually bought that on my own. Also a long-sleeved favorite. Only problem, though, is with my long-sleeve shirts is, well, that was the problem, is I only had one long-sleeve shirt, and so I've been wearing it all the time, and it gets dirty really quick. And why is it that it gets dirty really quick? It's not because I'm stinky. I try to take a shower almost every day. The reason why it gets dirty really quick is because I don't know how to eat. Or rather, I guess I want to make sure my boobs always are well fed. And let me just tell you right now, my boobs are very well fed. It doesn't matter what I'm drinking. Coffee, they'll get watered. Gravy, oh, they like the gravy. Yeah, crumbs, oh, nibbling on crumbs all day. So yeah, my shirts don't get stinky, but they do get dirty. So yeah, I try not to wash my clothes very often because it makes them fade. But, and yes, exactly, Darlene. I need a Hawaiian bib. And Pacola T, your shirts don't stay look clean for long because of cats. First off, good to see you, Pacola T. And second off, here's the deal with that. I have black cats, and I pretty much only wear black. So, I'm pretty good with that. That actually is like the one thing, that I have going for me in regards to cats making my life a little bit easier. Now, granted, cats do not make my life a little bit easier for a lot of other reasons, but the clothing, that's one of them. That's just one of them. Let's see here. And Chuck, yeah, I don't know why he was thinking that it was a good idea to make ice cream for Saturday when today is only Wednesday. I feel like quality control measures are going, well, basically, here's the deal, Shock. You're kind of under obligation to have a little bit of ice cream every day because you need to make sure it stays safe and it doesn't go rotten, right? Yeah. That's what it's quality control, a daily you have to see how it ages. If it doesn't age properly, you can't serve it. And so then you'll have to eat it to save them from it, right? Just me. That's my logic. And Gina, how is Puzzy's cat Leo? Well, you know, honestly, I have not seen Leo in quite some time. That being said, I have no doubt that he is fine because I go long periods of time without seeing Leo, and he has plenty of little hidey holes that he can go hide in, and even though you guys might have heard this, because I actually think it might be nationwide news. Let's see here. It might be nationwide news, but we're getting a lot of water falling from the sky up here in the Pacific Northwest. We've got what's known as an atmospheric river coming through. They used to call it a Pineapple Express. And so the Pacific Northwest coast is getting droused with rain. Not just drenched, not just soused. Wait, soused? No, what? Not soaked, not drenched, not... I don't know what I was going with droused. Anyway, we've got flooding. But it is doused. That was the word I was looking for. Nicola T, no, actually, I don't have a map for this. I'm so sorry. But what I can tell you is, even though it is December, even though it is pouring down rain, it's also like 60 degrees out. So he's not cold. He's not cold. We had record-breaking temperatures the other night. At 1 a.m. it was 59 degrees out on December like 5th or whatever. So it is quite warm. It is wet. It is quite warm though, given the time of year. So I'm sure he's safe. And most importantly, the food bowl is being emptied at its normal rate, which says to me, even though I'm not seeing him, he is still coming in and eating the food because it's still going, at the same rate. And so Deb, 34 in Kentucky, nope, that's a little chilly, although appropriate for December, so I guess I can't say the nope. I'll take the 60 degrees, though. I will take the 60 degrees. Hey, C Honda, so good to see you. Are you getting any of that atmospheric river that we're getting up here in the Pacific Northwest? I know that you're not the Pacific Northwest, but I thought that California might be getting some drizzles, maybe? So I'm just wondering if you're a smidge wetter than usual for your area. And let's see here, 42 in the Virginia area. Seems like a pretty good, a pretty reasonable December temperature. And 35 as a high today in Wisconsin. Well, seems about right for December in Wisconsin, I guess. So, Southern California is dry and warm, as per the usual, I guess, as per the usual. So, let's see here. And Rick is bragging about the sunshine that you got for 2 hours. Ooh, boy howdy. I don't think I've seen the sky for quite a few days at this point. We are covered with spongy clouds that are dripping all over the place. In fact, in the last, I think, 24 hours, the SeaTac area got close to 3 inches of rain, which doesn't seem like a lot, but apparently it is. So there you go. And Felicia coming in, letting everybody know it is 34 in Nashville. Felicia is so stoked that you're here on the YouTube side. And I'm even more stoked that we can see you, Felicia, on the Twitch side. I don't know why Twitch decided to show YouTube anymore all of a sudden, but suddenly they did. And it looks like we have got Hi, I'm Normal coming in as well, off of the Twitch side, as it were. Good to see you, Hi, I'm Normal. So very happy that that our stream chat platforms are able to get along once again. Because let me tell ya, it was a little bit stressful when only some of y'all knew what the other y'all was talking about. But now YouTube and Twitch are on the same page. And speaking of on the same page, so we've been talking about this the last couple of streams. It is so totally not important, yet here we are, third stream in a row, still talking about it. But when the subject comes up, when this hits your town, you're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be ahead of the curve. You're going to know what's up. Because, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We're going to talk about this again. That's right, CosMc. And I wonder if the Restream hackers figured out how to bypass whatever Twitch did. Shock, I'm gonna guess that they did. I have no idea, but I am super stoked for those Restream hackers. But you guys, so McDonald's actually had a corporate meeting, shareholder meeting today. And they finally released details about CosMc and what CosMc is going to be featuring. We already saw clips of little snippets of the menu from the drive-thru, from a photograph from far away. But now, you guys, now I have the real deal. All right? So here we go. That's the actual Flippin' Flirpin' menu that we've got here. And on that menu, we have got things like, let's see here. Hold on, let's do this. Boop. All right, let's look at this first. So they've got 2 sandwiches that are not available at McDonald's that will be available at the CosMc. The spicy queso sandwich and the creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich. I would love to say that the creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich is vegetarian, but it looks like there's bacon on it. So I'm not so sure that that's the case. And let's see here. And then the spicy queso sandwich, I honestly don't know what that is. Is it an egg with a burger? I can honestly say I'm not really familiar with what is going on with that. But you've got these little McPops. These little McPops, which are, I guess, like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I look at them and I'm like, are those mini malasadas? Now, they obviously don't refer to them as malasadas, but I'm just gonna call them malasadas, I guess. And in the middle of them, you've got a choice of apple cinnamon filling, hazelnut filling, or cookie butter filling. And cookie butter filling is like the speculoos cookies, those, I don't know, those Dutch cookies, I think. We've talked about them before. Cookie butter, you can get it at Trader Joe's. You can get it at a lot of places. And then it looks like they've got, they're going to have some hash brown bites. I'm assuming that they're going to be little instead of the big hash browns. It looks like they've got a ice cream cone. So the ice cream machine better be working. And it looks like they've got a caramel fudge sundae as well. And it looks like they're going to be making McFlurries and the Egg McMuffin sandwiches. Oh, and then pretzel bites. I'm assuming the pretzel bites are just pretzel bites. They don't say they're filled with anything. But what I can say is when we go to the actual big menu, they've got a ton of ice cream based stuff. You know, they've got a couple different sundaes. I'm really excited about their lemon blueberry sundae. They've also, got a caramel brownie sundae, and then they've also got the regular, just hot fudge or caramel sundaes, which I think is great because the last time I went to go get a sundae at a regular McDonald's, I wanted a caramel one, but apparently they discontinued the caramel flavor. The caramel, and I was very confused. They said nobody liked it. Well, apparently people like it enough because it's coming back. At least to CosMc, it's coming back. And then they're gonna have shakes and they're gonna have ice cream cones. So I think that they're gonna have I mean, their ice cream machine better work, because a good portion of their menu is like nothing but ice cream, right? And another thing I noticed they've got is this snack pack. And the snack pack apparently is like dried cranberries, cherries, some almonds, a little bit of cheese. So they are definitely competing with the Starbucks situation. So much so that these are the drinks that they're going to be offering. And a lot of the drinks apparently are going to have boba as an addition. You can get flavored syrups as an addition. You can get energy boosters as an addition. You can get a bunch of different stuff. And then they've got this, the energy burst. Oh, and they're doing slushies. And they've got like 2 different kinds of lemonade. They've got a regular lemonade, but then they've also got a sour tango lemonade. So I don't really know what's going on there. And then once again, back to the main menu, they've got all sorts of coffee drinks. They've got cold brew. They've got iced coffee. They've got brewed coffee. They've got lattes. They've got mochas. They've got cappuccinos. They got a chai tea latte. They got hot chocolate. They got hot or cold tea, green or black, iced tea. They've got sweet or unsweetened. The unsweetened looks like you can get green or black. It looks like the sweet tea is only going to be in black tea. So this to me is looking like, looks a lot like slushies from Sonic, coffee from Starbucks, snacks from Starbucks, and then miscellaneous snacky poo sides from McDonald's, all comboed into one. So they're taking on the boba bubble tea shops that are popping up around. They're taking on Starbucks. They're taking on Sonic. This is my hypothesis based on the menu, but shock, they're not taking aim at Panera at all. No, not at all. Not one bit. But Panera is all about the bread, and boy, do I say that wholeheartedly. Panera is so bread heavy. I wouldn't envision McDonald's going that direction, because no offense to McDonald's, but is what they serve us there really bread? I mean, the English muffins are English muffins, I'll give you that, but the buns are really like kind of sweet, I mean, is that really bread? Really? And hi, I'm Normal. I'm so happy that you enjoy the little haha emote. The haha emote is something that is only to be used in loving occasions, except for when you're making fun of me. Then you can use that as mockingly and jokingly and haha, I'm laughing at you as you want, because sometimes I do things that need the haha emote. And let's see here. Picola T, so funny when France declared Subway does not serve actual bread. Yes, exactly. And I think in Ireland as well. I think in Ireland they were like, no, dude, your sugar content, this is a cake. We cannot call this bread. It does not meet our standards of what we refer to as bread. And Darlene, it's like I said, it's not just France that did that. I want to say it was Ireland, not Northern Ireland, but Ireland proper. So yeah, and then hi, I'm Normal. I've never been to a Panera. I've only been to a Panera once, and I ordered a grilled cheese sandwich. Very good, very bread heavy. I ordered a bowl of soup, also very good. Actually, to tell you the truth, I probably could have made a better bowl of soup, but it was good soup. But the turkey sandwich that my friend got, Holy flirkin' snit, that was a good looking sandwich. Now, the toasted sandwiches that Andy Blumenthal and James Monet got, they were like all bread, dude. Like I said, I feel like Panera is a little bread heavy. But their turkey sandwich, even though I've never had it, it looks really good. And Darlene, there's a place called Breadsmith that has all kinds of breads, gluten-free too. Nice. That I would like. And hey, DJ Smook, good to see you. Aloha kako, y'all. Perfect. Exactly. All right, let's see here. Puzzycat will be getting there in just a quick minute. But let me see if I accidentally did some things and stuff. And, oh, they have actual salads at Panera. Gotcha. Yeah, McDonald's, not so much. And DJ Smook, we can definitely talk about sandwiches because sandwiches are delicious. But we're talking about this particular chain that is coming. If you haven't heard about it, McDonald's is coming up with a new restaurant. Now, it's a different restaurant than McDonald's, and it's a restaurant that is heavy on drinks. So it's basically going after, it's competing with the Starbucks market, Starbucks marketplace. It's going to have some boba tea. It's going to have this, that, and t'other. Just little snacky poos. And then from that conversation, we branched into Panera. And here we are now talking about sandwiches because sandwiches are so tasty. And let's see here. Oh, awesome, Picola Tea. You had for lunch Ivar's clam chowder from Costco. Almost as good as from Ivar's without the seagulls or the rain. Yep, yeah, exactly. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what the Flying Fork, that conversation was about, there's a place in Seattle called Ivar's. They are an iconic fast fish seafood restaurant. Their Acres of Clams used to sponsor the Seattle fireworks display over the waterfront. And they're right next door to the ferry terminal on the waterfront. They are crazy historic Seattle restaurant, and they have really good clam chowder. And when I say clam chowder, I mean the traditional, what I consider traditional white clam chowder, not yep, quote me on that one, okay? Not the red Manhattan stuff, the white stuff, the New England kind. Anyway, super delicious clam chowder. And for those of you who don't live here, or used to live here but don't anymore, it is something that you might miss. And you can get it at Costco. And it is such good clam chowder that Anthony Bourdain, back in the day, used to sometimes choose flights that had a layover at SeaTac in Seattle so he could actually get the clam chowder bread bowl on his layovers. He loved the Ivar's clam chowder bread bowl. So if you're a fan of Anthony Bourdain and you want to experience one of his favorite clam chowders, Costco is where you can get that. And let's see here. New England. So, I'm going to have to throw the haha emotes for Shock's little joke there, making a callback to a prior broadcast. For those of you who haven't heard the story, I'll try to make it quick. I went to England when I was 14, and I went all around the country, and I saw what England looked like. It looked like England. Later on in my life, my sister, she moved to Rhode Island, and I visited her, and I was amazed. I couldn't believe how much it reminded me of England. And as we were driving through this old town full of stone buildings that were built in 16-something, I legitimately turned to my sister and I said, wow, man, it is crazy how much it looks like England here. I mean, it's like a New England. And she looked at me, and I heard the words that I had said. It's like a New England, man. Yeah. Funny thing about it is we were in this place called New England. Yeah, I had literally, so. My sister never got good grades. I always got good grades. I don't know why. I don't know why it worked out that way. Because sometimes the smart one is just really stupid. That was me. Am I the smart one or the stupid one? I don't know, man. Depends on the day. Just depends, I guess. It just depends. And, Shuck, even though you don't know if the sister stink eye is the best stink eye, it's up there. It's up there. It is for sure. You might not know from personal experience, but you know. All right, y'all. So it's about 40 minutes into this ChatterBox situation, and Pussycat is waiting for his Lono listen break. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw down some Lono listening, and we'll be back to talk about, I don't even know, because yeah, that's why. I guess we'll talk about that later. All right, so let's listen to some Lono.
Hey, welcome to Slacky Sunday. All right. Another old song. Here we go. Key of G if you got him.
Aloha I ne laula, aloha ku'upua pi I ka kela, he moa ni ke ala I ka polila, he uhene I ka rai o ia pua. Ia o koni koni ka rai, koni koni vai, hui hui o ke ani ani, hui au, hui ka rai. Vai hui hui o ke ani ani. Aloha e ne laula, aloha ku'upua pi I ka kela, he moa ni ke ala I ka polila, uhe uhene I ka wahi o ia pua. Ia o koni koni ka wai, koni koni wai, I hui o ke ani ani. Hui au ka wai, wai hui o ke ani ani. Aloha ku'upua ka ilimala, e moa ni ke ala I ka pola, uhe uhene I ka rai o ia pua. Ia o koni koni I ka vai, koni koni vai, hui hui o ke hani ani. Hui au I ka vai, vai hui hui o ke ani ani.
right, there we go. Looks like Mama Sean is in the house on the YouTube side. Good to see you, Mama Sean. Your brother is 6 years older, but you gave him plenty of stink eye and eye rolls. There you have it. That's the way. That is the way of the siblings, the sibling way, as it were. But first off, Shock, very happy to hear that you're going to be seeing a doctor about that shoulder, because yeah. And Darlene, yeah, you know, what is it like getting stink eye from yourself? I can't really imagine what that must be like. I mean, technically it's not yourself. I get it. You and your twin are different people. But at the same time, you still be getting stink eye from yourself, basically. So that is a funny, yeah, that is a funny vision, as it were. And let's see here. Shock, you filled out the form where you mark up all your spots on the drawings, and you looked like a little Dalmatian. Oh. And of course, Darlene, you would just give the, yeah, every time you got to look at yourself getting the stink eye, she got to look at herself getting the stink eye right back. I get that. That does make sense. That totally makes sense. So let's see here. Yeah, Mama Sean, don't even worry about coming in late. Although, I will let you know, we're having happiness today because your YouTube chats are actually showing up on Twitch. For the last several streams, everybody who was on YouTube was not able to cross-post on Twitch. It just wasn't working. For some reason, that hiccup has been ironed out, and now people on the YouTube side and people on the Twitch side are able to talk to each other. And that makes me very, very happy. And Rick, how many people can say they get double stink eye? You can. That's true. That's true, Rick. That is pretty torturous now that I think about it. And to be honest, though, your younger brothers were the worst and got most of the stink eyes and eye rolls. I don't know your younger brothers, Darlene, but I'm still going to say that tracks. Yeah, that tracks. Younger brothers. I've never had a younger brother. I've known people who've had younger brothers. And yeah, stink eye and eye rolls pretty much is what goes with younger brothers. And another thing that comes with younger brothers is just stink feet. And so, Mama Sean, yeah, we're stoked you're here. We're stoked we can see you. And then another thing that we talked about earlier today, we're not going to rehash it, but we did talk about the brand new spinoff that McDonald's is going to be having called CosMc. So if a CosMc comes to town your direction one day, you'll be able to say, I already know about that. And so, Darlene, oh, you can tell us stories. They were terrible when us girls started dating. Oh, really? Why would the younger brothers care about that? Like, I can see how older brothers get a little protective maybe, but like, what did the younger brothers do? Interesting. I never would have thought that would have happened. Well, what do you know? All right, you guys. So, this last week or so has been very challenging for me, shall we say. And content for this chat definitely was not happening. So we literally are freestyling it from here on out. I got nothing planned. I got nothing. So, Mama Sean, your sibs were all older and you were just smarter. There you go. You know, honestly, I never understood why my sister, like, why didn't she learn from me on how not to get caught? You know, I never, whereas you, it sounded like you watched what the older ones did and said, okay, I'm not going to do that. That's how they got caught. How can I improve upon this idea and then not get caught, right? I mean, you would think the younger siblings have a little bit of an advantage in the sense that it's like, okay, well, this is how my older siblings didn't get away with it. So don't go about it that way. Let's figure out a new way to get away with it. And maybe we'll be more successful. And so let's see here. But okay, so, oh no, Darlene, they dropped water balloons out of their bedroom window once on one of your dates. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Rick, I looked it up. That new CosMc is 100 miles south of us on the southwest side of Chicago. No road trip for you. Right, no, it is southwest of Chicago. I think like 50 or so miles outside of Chicago, or well, maybe like half, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's definitely not close enough for you just to go. But apparently they're hoping it's gonna, be a thing, and so one might come to you, one might come to you soon. And oh no, what are we talking about here? So let's see here. Oh no, your father-in-law got kicked out of somewhere for dropping a water balloon on the dean. It was balloonish, but it was not a balloon. Yeah, I think I know what that was. And and oh my God, Mama Sean, no doubt. Or the parents were just happy I got good grades and wasn't an axe murderer. Parents get tired. Yes, exactly. And let's see here. Oh, right, of course. And Darlene explains what the little brothers did, or we were getting our goodnight kisses at the front door before going in. Their faces plastered against the door, making gagging noises and loud kissing sounds. Of course. Yep. Yeah. And Mama Sean, in regards to parents get tired and they're just glad you're not an axe murderer. The bass player for Guns N' Roses was the last of 13 kids. And he basically, I remember reading an article where he was just like, by the time it got to me, my parents were so tired that they just didn't really care. And I think he even used the phrase, as long as I wasn't an axe murderer, anything I did was fine. So, yeah, I guess, an axe murderer is the lowest bar that kids have expectations of surpassing. As long as my kid's not an axe murderer, I've done my job, says the mother of 13 children. Ugh, can't even imagine. And C. Honda agree with each child the parent wears down. Yeah, can you imagine after 13 of them? Oh my goodness. I would just be like, do I know you? What is your name again? What did I decide to call you? And, let's see here. Yes, says Darlene, that is a fact, especially when there's a lot of kids. 3 were enough for you. Right, there you go. And shock, both your brothers were out of the house. So as a middle child, you wound up being an only for a number of years. Right. Yeah, see, my only child status was my youngest part of my life. And then my sister, though, she got to be the only child during her teenage years. And, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of showed that she got real used to being the only child in the house. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that she was able to get away with that I just would not have been able to get away with as if I was her age, when I was her age. But yeah, after I left, I don't know, maybe I was a bigger hassle and stress than like I remember. But after I left the house, it seems like my parents relaxed a lot of things. And let's see here. Shakey, your little brother became a parent very young and your older one was essentially in jail. Right, there you go. Well, you know, people get to be only children in a lot of different ways. Sometimes there's an axe murder involved. Just to make a throwback to what Picola T is saying, why do we associate axes with murder? What about poison or strangling? What about good old-fashioned poisoning? Exactly. And Siona, you were just going to say that. The baby of the family gets away with murder. Seriously. And actually, it wasn't just... Honestly, it wasn't really just my sister. I mean, that was one of the things. But what really opened my eyes to like, wow, you guys have really slackened things up was the stuff that the animals were allowed to do. Once we left, or once I left the building, suddenly the animals were allowed on the kitchen counter. The animals were allowed to scratch up the woodworking on our staircase. Like, I mean, one of our cats completely ruined a whole entire wooden railway. And I just couldn't believe that. I mean, we had several rounds of pets in our home by that point. And let me tell ya, nobody scratched that railway. Why and how this one cat was just like, I really don't care. This is what I'm doing and you're gonna love it. And so, yeah, so she did it and they just didn't care. Picola T, Mom got white carpets after we were growing up. White carpets? But you know what, Picola T, what are you going to do? Have white carpets when you have a toddler? Yeah, don't, because I remember when I was 3 and 4 years old, we did have white carpets in our house. And boy, oh boy, there were rules about where you could drink the Kool-Aid. And in the living room was not where you were allowed to drink the Kool-Aid. Because that stupid white carpet. And Shock, your parents said life begins when the dog dies and the kids leave home. There you have it. There you have it. And let's see here. And Shock, yeah, that is true. They no longer had to maintain a semblance of fairness. And Rick, an eye roll emote. I don't know if I could do that, but I do think that that's a good idea. And so we should try and do that. And, oh, you guys, okay. I forgot to mention this earlier. I saw this hack on the interwebs, and I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's not true, then it's no big deal. But, you guys, how many of you can tolerate eating Domino's pizza? This hack is for you if you can tolerate eating Domino's pizza. I understand why lots of you might not be able to tolerate eating Domino's pizza. But if you can tolerate eating Domino's pizza, apparently, now you might want to make note of this, you guys. Apparently there's like a little backdoor coupon that you can always use. You go to Domino's and you order, and you order online. Now you have to do this. You have to order it online, and you have to order it online to be picked up. So no delivery. I guess this doesn't work on delivery, but this does work for online orders that you carry it out. you make your order, large pizza, and it has to have at least 3 toppings. Now, extra cheese counts as a topping. So if you really like, only like a pepperoni and cheese pizza, well, double pepperoni, pepperoni, cheese, extra pepperoni, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, it needs to be 3 toppings, okay? It needs to be a 3-topping large pizza. You order it online for carryout. Before you pay it, it's going to ask you if you've got a coupon code. And your coupon code is 9174. I've just written that in the chat. 9174. And that'll give you 40% off of your 3-topping large pizza. So if you order 3 3-topping large pizzas, it'll take 40% off of all of them. If you order some large pizzas and some this, that, and the other thing, it'll just take the 40% off of the 3-topping large. But 9174, 3-topping large Domino's pizza, 40% off. I'll tell you right now, for 40% off, I might even be able to tolerate a Domino's. 9174. Now, you're like, wait a second. I can't eat a large pizza. I can only eat a medium pizza. But the medium pizzas that I love to eat have way more than 3 toppings. I need 5. That's cool, dude, because if you order a medium pizza with 5 toppings, we have a code for you. But the medium pizza has to have 5 toppings. The large only needs 3. The medium needs 5. But if you want 40% off of your order for the 5-topping medium, you do the same thing. You order online for carryout, and the coupon code you want to use for the medium 5-topping pizzas is 5162. Now, I can only assume that you cannot use these coupon codes together. So if you were going to order a bunch of mediums and a bunch of larges together, you'd probably want to do 2 separate orders to be carried out at the same time, Just make them, just, do the medium order, then do the large order. They'll be ready, at the same time, basically. So 40% off medium 5-topping pizza, 5162. 40% off a large 3-topping pizza, 9174. Now, as far as you math people are concerned, and no, I'm not going to have to tell you this, but I'm going to tell other people who aren't math people. The most bang for your buck is always the biggest pizza. You get the most food per dollar per square inch with the big pizza. So really, ideally, you're going to want to, the larges is what you're going to want to order. But for whatever reason, if the mediums are more your style, at 40% off, why the heck not? And so large 3-topping, 9174. Medium 5-topping, 5162. And Picola T, what do you get with code 8675309? I think that's how you make sure you get Jenny to deliver the pizza. So in order to request Jenny, because now we've got her number, we've got it, 8675309. We've got her number, we've got it, right? Get it? And yeah, and exactly, Darlene, exactly, Picola T. Domino's might not be your favorite, but for kids, why the flying fork not? And for 40% off, like I said, I might even be able to tolerate a Domino's pizza for 40% off. And so, like I said, I don't know whether or not this is true, but this guy, let's see here. Yes, that is exactly, if I got this right, Domino's Pizza app coupon carryout hack. Use coupon 9174 for 40% off. Large 3, code 5162, 40% off. 5-topping medium. That is exactly the hack that I heard today on the internet. Now, I realize those are questionable sources. You heard it today on the internet Oh, well, it must be fact then. Right, okay, all right, you're right. It is questionable sourcing. But, the particular YouTube content creator that gave this out has a way of knowing a lot of random, weird fast food secrets. And exactly, you'll know before you pay, so don't put the order in. If it doesn't work, then don't put the order in. Because you will, you'll see it. You'll see the coupon being applied. But the guy who, I would tell you who this guy is, only I can't remember what his channel is. His name's Jordan. He's a black dude. I think maybe it's called Fast Food Secrets, maybe. I don't really know. I don't know. But what I do know is he knows a lot of stuff. He knows the secret recipe to Raising Cane's chicken sauce. He knows the secret recipe to Olive Garden's Alfredo sauce. He knows the secret recipe to McDonald's Big Mac sauce. He knows the recipes for everything because that's what his content is fast food secrets. And he said that he has, for the last 20 years, never bought a pizza for full price ever. And he was like, and this is one of the ways that I've never paid full price for a pizza in the last 20 years is this Domino's hack. So he says that it's good, and I'd be inclined to believe him. He also, is the one who, if you want to find out, like, can you actually buy a breadboard from Outback Steakhouse? Some of the Outback Steakhouses will sell you their breadboard for $8. Can you actually buy the cheese grater that they grate your cheese at the table at Olive Garden? Why, yes, you can actually do that as well. So he, his channel is finding out all these random weird things within the fast food and casual service food service industries. So now what is it that Cindy Krause was suggesting? I missed what Cindy Krause said, but apparently it was very logical. So let's see here. Jordan Howlett. Probably. That sounds right. Let me see. Oh, Cindy, throw the extra pieces in a Ziploc and freeze it. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, abso-flippin'-lutely. Totally. And how do you reheat your pizza? I reheat my pizza in a frying pan, covered, low heat, crisps up the bottom, warms up the top, frying pan, super, super good. Cola T, she knows the secret. Some people put them in the microwave. That is the worstest, wrongest, most awfulest flippin' flirpin' way you could reheat your pizza ever. Microwave, no. We've already talked about don't microwave waffles. You don't microwave pizza either. Period, no. Listen, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but I strongly suggest you do not microwave your pizza. That's just how that works. But I did see this thing online, and I don't really know. In the oven, Darlene, in the oven is almost just as good, but it, to me, it takes a little bit longer, and I just think that the frying pan is just a little bit, it's just a little bit better. And yeah, Cindy Krause, of course, cast iron. I mean, if we're talking about a frying pan, you know it's a cast iron frying pan, at least me. And Picola T, exactly, bread and microwaves are mortal flippin' enemies. And C Honda, you always microwave your pizza. Oh, my dear friend, may I suggest to you the frying pan method? Or if you want to go super crazy, now I have never done this, but I've seen it, and I don't really know if my toaster is big enough to do this anyway, but I saw this crazy thing. Oh my God, y'all. this lady on the internet, she made a little pouch out of parchment paper, and she put her toaster on its side, and she put her cold pizza in the pouch that she made, and then she put the pouch in the toaster, and she reheated her pizza in the toaster. I'm skeptical of this for several reasons. First off, I don't think that my pizza could fit. I don't think my slice would properly fit all the way in there, is my first skepticalness. But I have other questions. But have any of you ever tried reheating anything in the toaster? Or another thing that this lady was doing was she was showing us how to make toasted cheese sandwiches in the toaster. You make your cheese sandwich, you wrap it in parchment, and you put it in the toaster and you toast it. I just don't feel comfortable with that. But she did it. She showed it. Supposedly online, there didn't seem to be any kind of magical video editing. It seemed like it was just one long shot, and her house didn't catch on fire. The cheese sandwich looked tasty enough. The pizza did look like it got melted. And Pussycat, when you say you do that all the time, what is that? Microwave your pizza or toast your pizza? What do you do with your pizza, mister? What is it that you do? And by the way, y'all, when I say toaster, I mean toaster. I mean the 2-slot pop, not a toaster oven. I mean, Lego my ego kind of toaster. And so Shock, you had those TJ's mini tacos and you tried the toaster oven pulled out of storage, and all they did was get crispy and stick to the pan. There you go. Huzzy, you used the toaster method? Okay, so I know that you probably don't want to type a whole lot, but it sounds like then it works. Okay, and Shock pointing out what is a pizza, but a gooey Pop-Tart. All right, Gina, there you go, dude. You're being the rebel. I microwave my leftover pizza. All right, you do you, boo. But if you have access to a pan, then I suggest the pan method. And exactly, Picola T, that's what I like. I mean, Costco's pizza slices are big, but even just a regular, like a Domino's large, I just don't think that my toaster would be big enough to hold a slice of pizza. And Pussycat, use foil instead of the parchment. I wondered if that could work. And, excuse me, I kind of assumed that you had to use something because, as Darlene was saying, you're risking the toaster melting the cheese and then the cheese gunking up the toaster. So there is that. And then, Rick, why would you reheat pizza? Nothing wrong with grinding it cold. Well, Rick, let me just tell you, sometimes you're in the mood for one cold slice while the hot slice is heating up. Then you have 2 slices, one cold and one hot. Because you're right, there is nothing wrong with cold pizza. The only thing, the biggest problem with reheating pizza is waiting for the pizza to reheat. That is the biggest problem with reheating pizza. Because pizza is perfectly good room temperature. Perfectly good refrigerator temperature. But it's even better when it's reheated in the pan. It really is. It really is. And Sherry loves her cold pizza. Yeah, I mean, cold pizza there's nothing wrong with cold pizza, okay? I mean, let's just make this very clear. Nothing wrong with it. But it could be better. And Let's see here, Pussycat, you're making pizza rolls right now so your wife can have a snack when she gets home. That is so awesome. And that also says to me, Puzzy, you are like on the mend a little bit. If you're taking some action in the kitchen and like trying to take care of the lady when she gets home, that sounds like you're maybe improving just a smidge, kind of little bit. That makes me very happy. I hope that what I'm interpreting is somewhat true, at least. And Shock used to have a trolley car restaurant where you could watch them make the pizza using a paintbrush to put the red sauce on. They had bad cartoons with the worst sound ever. And there you go. I don't know why your trolley car restaurant where you could watch them make pizza using a paintbrush reminds me, but it reminds me of what we had out here. Maybe it was a nationwide chain, but it sort of reminds me of Shakey's, because Shakey's used to have old-timey cartoons with no sound, old movies with no sound. You could watch them make the pizza. Don't remember if there's a paintbrush or not, but what you're saying totally reminds me of Shakey's. And Pussycat, your arm is still sore. Well, sore is not paralyzed, though, as Gina just said, so that's good. I mean, obviously it's not good. I don't want you to be in pain, but I definitely feel like the discomfort is unfortunately a good thing. And Shock, the trolley car had this huge dining room with long picnic tables and a 16mm projector always running. Shock, I swear to God, the trolley car and Shakey's must be the same flippin' restaurant, only like referred to as two different things in different areas, or one of them was inspired by the other or something, because serious as a heart attack, that's exactly what Shakey's was like. I don't know if Shakey's was just a West Coast thing. Shakey's, I don't think even exists anymore. Let me ask you this, Shock. Did they have these weird deep fried potato rounds? Like they were not really potato chips? Oh, okay, Shock, you had Shakey's as well, but it was upscale compared to trolley car. Oh. I don't really know. How is that possible? But switching the gears, 50% usable. Oh my goodness. 50% usable is better, it sounds like, than what it was just a week ago. And so that is a good thing, I would assume. And let's see here. See, Honda, Sharkies exists in SoCal, but no... So wait, Shakey's still exists in Southern California? I never thought their pizza was that good, but I would love to go back there for old time's sake, just to remember. And Shock, you suspect the pitcher beer price was a factor in which restaurant was chosen. I don't think you need to show your work. I think that hypothesis stands. That's valid. I don't require you to see. I don't require a footnote on that. I fully believe that. No proof needed. That tracks. That would have been how my family chose it. So, yep, there you go. And Pussycat, you can't drive yet. Fair enough, but yet is always a good thing at the end of that sentence. And you know what you can do? You can make pizza rolls, which is, I think that's one thing that you couldn't do last week that you can do this week. So flippin' flirpin' awesome. Flying forkin' flippin' flirpin' awesome. Flying forkin' flippin' flirpin' awesome. That's 4 F-bombs in a row. 4 of them. And let's see here. Shakey's pizza tastes the same. The tomato sauce is sweet. That is the one thing I remember about their... Actually, I remember 2 things about their pizza. Their tomato sauce, super sweet. But the other thing was their shredded cheese wasn't really shreds. It was more like... I don't don't even know how to just nubs. It was more like nubs. It wasn't really shreds. It was just little rounded pellets. I think maybe would be a better nubs, pellets. It was weird. It was weird looking cheese. And let's see here. Absolutely. The nubs still melted, absolutely. But because you could watch them make the pizza, you got to see them make the pizza. So you got to see what the cheese looked like before it's served. And it wasn't, I remember even as a little kid thinking, well, that's really weird looking cheese nubs or whatever. Because it didn't look like the shredded cheese that we had at my house. There you go. That's exactly it, Mama Sean. It was processed cheese parts is what that was. 100% bona fide, non-organic, processed cheese food parts. Right here at Shakey's. You won't get them at the trolley house, only here at Shakey's. Processed cheese nubs. Processed cheese nubs. And, let's see here. Shock, your dad was a practicing alky until you were 10. Well, my dad was a full-blown pro. He got all his practice in when he was earlier. He still... Sorry. That's not funny, is it? Anyway, yeah, my dad wasn't practicing. He already got that skill. He had that skill down. Didn't have to practice at all. And anyone remember a chain called Little Tavern? No, I don't. But I have been wondering if there's a chain in my area called the Cloverleaf Tavern, because there used to be a Cloverleaf Tavern in Bremerton when I grew up, and it had like the best pizza ever. It was known as the best pizza in town. And it was really good pizza. But now the tavern has since closed. But now there's a Cloverleaf in Tacoma, and it's like the same logo, and everybody raves about the pizza. And it sounds like the one that I'm just now finding out about in Tacoma has actually been there for a really long time. And so I'm wondering, like, is it the same Cloverleaf? Or is it just a coincidence that two Cloverleaf taverns in the area are... Okay, so Picola T, yes, Cloverleaf Tavern pizza is so good. It used to go in Lakewood. Okay, so, and there's not... I didn't know there was one in Lakewood. I knew that there's one in Tacoma proper. But Lakewood is a city that butts up into Tacoma, and Lakewood people oftentimes refer to as Tacoma, but it's actually its own little city. So one in Lakewood, and there used to be one in Bremerton. There's one in Tacoma. There was one in Bremerton back in the 70s and the 80s. So, okay, so Cloverleaf actually might have been a chain, or perhaps the one that in Bremerton, when it closed, the owners moved it out to different whatevers. But okay, so it sounds like it might actually be worth taking the trek to get the pizza. So very excited to learn about this. And of course, everybody who's like not in the Puget Sound area is just like, well, we don't care. We can't eat the pizza at the Cloverleaf, so stop talking about the Cloverleaf pizza. We don't get it. We can't have it. And let's see here. Pussycat bragging about how his wife is a saint for putting up with you. You just want her to have a snack when she gets home from work at the Dollar Tree. There you go. And so let's see here. So the Little Tavern was mid-Atlantic, you say, Shock. Tiny walk-up burger stands with white sides and a green roof. Okay. I like tiny walk-up stands for burgers. I think we should have more of them. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy taco stands as well, but burger stands are good too. Yes, indeedy. In fact, growing up, where I grew up, we had a burger stand called Crazy Eric's. And Crazy Eric's pioneered what's known as the Fair Burger. If you've ever been to the Puyallup Fair, you have eaten a Crazy Eric's hamburger. It is called the Fair Burger, and Crazy Eric's is the only place that's allowed to make the Fair Burger. It's an onion burger, cheeseburger, whatever. It's a delicious, delicious burger that quite honestly isn't really that good, but because I remember it from my childhood, it is the best burger ever. And there used to be a little burger stand, Crazy Eric's, right by my house. I could ride my bike to it, and for $1.35, I could get French fries, cheeseburger, and a drink. So I felt like such a grown-up being a little 9-year-old riding my bike to the burger stand and giving him my $1.35 and then having my own little meal. And then going home and eating dinner. Shh. There's a reason why I look like this. And, and Shock talking about how her Mr. Me puts up with her. The dog is the latest of the shenanigans. Oh, Bacola Tea coming in with some real deal here. Cloverleaf Tavern says they've been in Tacoma since 1950. It used to distribute from a Bremerton location. That was the Bremerton one that was there, right? Okay, so Cloverleaf started out in Tacoma, I guess, or something. Not really. It's very confusing, but it's good to know that they are the same. Mama Sean, Dick's Burgers, but the best. Dick's Burgers, but the fries were the best. Mama Sean, I know you're from, if I remember correctly, you're from this area at one point. However, I don't remember which side of the mountains you were from, because there's a Dick's Burgers in Spokane and there's a Dick's Burgers in Seattle. Two very different places. Very different spots. Same name, both of them burger stands. Very, very different. One of them has really good French fries. The other one, I didn't really like their French fries. So I'm wondering which Dick's you're referring to, because the Spokane Dick's to me had the superior fries. Seattle, North End girl. I had a feeling you were talking about the Seattle Dick's, and I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if I agree. I just don't like Dick's French fries. So here's the deal. When you come to Seattle and we go to Dick's, you can eat all of my fries. You can have all of my fries. I'll even order extra just so I can give them to you. There we have it. And so it looks like we've got a couple minute warning here from the man with the 2-minute warning emoji. So, all right, you guys, I think it's maybe time to wrap stuff up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out here today. Really did wonders to help boost my mood. Because I'll tell you what, you guys, there's like not going to be a show today as far as my brain was concerned. I was not feeling it. Don't feel like getting into the details of why, but my wind has been sucked out of my sails for the last couple days, and it's been very difficult to be motivated. So, super stoked that I decided to click the stream, that all y'all came here. My boost has been elevated. What I meant to say was my mood has been boosted. I feel more elevated since we started the stream. Words are jarred. And you know, I know that this is like way esoteric, but seriously, if we ever had merch, words are JRD instead of hard. Jerd. Words are jerd. Like, I think that's funny because I think someone posted that earlier today on the stream. I think that's hysterical. Nobody in the world would get it except for us, but words are jerd. Words are hard. And, yeah. And so, Pussycat, yeah, you feel the pain. Yep, love to you too, for sure. Ermagerd, there you go. I thought it was you, Gina. I thought it was you. Words are jerd. They are jerd. But one thing that's not jerd is StatterBox at the Cinema. StatterBox at the Cinema is coming this Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time, as we all know. And you know what? We're just going to watch Bill and Ted Save the World, because we might as well close out that Bill and Ted trilogy before the end of the year. So this Saturday, Bill and Ted... Wait. I think it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music. Okay, I don't know what we're going to be watching exactly. It's the third movie in the trilogy for Bill and Ted. Whatever that's called, that's what we'll be watching. Bill and Ted Strike Back? Bill and Ted Face the Music? Bill and Ted Save the World? Okay, it's Bill and Ted Face the Music. There we go. So that is what we will be watching. And shocked to be determined is what's on the schedule. Yes, that is true, because it wasn't until last night in the middle of the night that I finally decided to decide on a decision. And now that we've decided that, we are going to do it. See it through. So, I hope to see you guys on Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time. It will be Bill and Ted's third installment. Pussycat, yes, I will be giving you a text most likely tomorrow. Today, I've got some various and assorted things I have to take care of, but I do have you on my list of reach out to these people sooner rather than later. I've got your number, so there we have it, Rabbit. All right, you guys, 2-minute warning is 2 minutes past. We're now at the bottom of the hour. So, hopefully we'll see each other on Saturday for movie night, and have yourself a great rest of the week. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.